Hello everyone, this is Anish Verma and you are listening to the Empower Your Mind for Success podcast. And guess what? I missed doing a podcast yesterday. Was supposed to be my 11th, but I completely missed. I just don't know how and why I didn't do a podcast yesterday. Most of you know I'm doing a podcast every day. This is my second week on the journey of 365 days of podcasts. But I guess to err is human, and I definitely did completely screw up there. But anyways, bygones are bygones. I can't fix that. So we'll continue and move on. And I wanted to talk a little bit about goals. I've already spoken about passions and dreams on my previous podcasts. I thought goals would be a good topic to cover. And also because I just finished writing my ebook on the 5 secrets to goal setting that will be coming out soon. Please look out for that. If you need a copy, a free copy, just send me an email at anish@empowermindset.coach, or you can respond to this podcast as well. You can look me up at www.empowermindset.coach. So goals are very important, right? So you have your dreams. If not, go through your list of passions, and your passions will become your dreams or will remind you of your dreams. And goals are nothing but stepping stones or milestones with deadlines to achieve your dream. That is your purpose. And Simon Sinek talks or says about this in his book Start With Why. He says, but no matter how inspiring a dream may be, a dream that cannot come to life stays a dream. And a dream can come only to life if you put goals, which are milestones with deadlines to it. Now, I'll talk more about in my ebook, 5 Secrets to Goal Setting. But, in general, goals are very definitive. They have a deadline. They have a very specific end result. It could be an amount you want to make. It could be about a relationship. It could be about being a good parent to your kids. It could be about setting up a non-profit. It could be about charity. Whatever you guys discuss among yourselves or in your mind with yourself, or what your goals are, they have to be definite with a deadline, and they have to be listed in present tense. Guys, this is one of the magics of making sure you achieve your goals. If you have a goal to, let's say, you want to lose 10 pounds in the next 100 days, then your goal should not be, I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 100 days. Your goal should be, my goal is to be healthy, and I have lost 10 pounds by the 100th day from today, right? You have to write your goal in present tense. When you do that, magic happens. Your subconscious mind goes to work for making your goal a reality. So that is key, right? And if you don't have goals, then you need to put some, guys, because as Lou Holtz, a former American football player, coach, and ESPN analyst, says, if you're bored with life, you don't get up every morning with a burning desire to do things, you don't have enough goals. So get some goals, guys. Without a goals, we are leading a life of no purpose. And shoot for the moon, like Les Brown says. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. So dream big and have big, hairy, and audacious goals, as Darren Hardy would say it. So anyways, a lot of things that you need to keep in mind with goals. You should also set goals that use a why and a who approach. Most of us set up goals with a what approach. I want to become a CEO of a company. I want to set up a charity organization. I want to write a book. Instead, you should write your goals as to why you want to do that, right? And who you want to become. Who is like, I want to become an author, or I aspire to be an author, and you want to achieve your goals that way, right? So your why and who are very important as well. and also identify the consequence of not achieving your goal. Human mind works when you understand the consequence of not achieving something, or by having an accountability to something or someone while achieving a goal. So think about the consequence of not achieving your goal. That may motivate you to do more, right? So that is something important for you to think about. What else? You also need to visualize your goals. The more visual your goal is, the better it is for you. So if you're setting up a goal of losing weight because you want to live a healthy lifestyle and set a role model for your children, then you need to visualize of how you would look like when you are healthy. Does that mean you have 6 abs? Does that mean you have lost 50 pounds? Does that mean you can run and keep up with your children? Whatever that is, right? You have to visualize and have a picture of your goal, and ideally you want to stick that picture or that visualization somewhere that you can see it every day. Maybe it's on the mirror of your bathroom, where you, when you wake up and you go there, you will see the goal right there in front of you. Definitely read your goal in the beginning of the day and read your goal before you go to night. Ideally you want to write it in the morning and write it again before you go to sleep. The reason of doing this is, when you write and read and repeat, it forms an habit, and when it forms an habit, it gets registered in your subconscious mind. When it gets registered in your subconscious mind will go out and get it. The subconscious mind cannot reason between good, bad, ugly. It just does what it is given a command to do, and you can only command your subconscious mind to do something is by repetition. There is no other way to train your subconscious mind. We can cover the topic of conscious mind and subconscious mind in some other podcast, but for now, from a goals perspective, goal setting perspective, think about it, right? The more habitual you get about your goals, the more the subconscious mind will go to work for making it real for you, right? That is what happens. The goal setting process is an intellectual process, and goal achievement is a lawful process. The laws that govern the universe, right? Again, when you think about laws of universe, the first thing comes to my mind is one of the laws that comes to my mind is about farming, right? To remind myself, one of the laws, it's about farming. You sow the seed and you reap the harvest a few months later. The same thing happens with goals. You cannot achieve your goal within seconds. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in the work, you have to pay the price to achieve your goal, and that takes time. So obviously set goals that are big, but not too out of the reach either, right? You can only scale to a peak that you can see. When you get to that peak, you will see the next peak. So try to achieve your goals peak to peak, and that is why goals are you should have multiple goals, one at a time, to ultimately achieve your dream, and hopefully your goals are all pointing towards your North Star. So goal setting is key. Without goals, it will be very, very difficult to achieve your dream, because there is no other way to measure your progress against that, right? So the dream leads to goals, the goals lead to high level plans. And talking about high level plans, guys, I have seen a lot of people getting stuck in plans and achieving their plans. So, we set a goal, and then we set a goal in about a day, and then we spend a week to put an elaborate plan together to achieve the goal. That's a big mistake. What happens is, when you spend a lot of time putting a plan together to achieve your goal, you get wedded to the plan. You need to be wedded to the goal. The plan will change. If nothing else, there is 99.99% probability that your plan will change. There is no point perfecting the plan. because you just don't know what's going to happen. So all you need to do is set up the next 1-2 steps that you would like to achieve for your goal and go after those steps. The only way to achieve a goal is by action. Planning doesn't help beyond certain point of time. I'm not saying if you want to make $1 million by end of 2022, I'm not saying don't have a plan at all. You need to have an understanding. Yes, I'm going to make $1 million in 2022 because I'll become a CEO of this company by then. Or I would have set up 2 other businesses that will start generating revenue, right? You need to have that high level of a plan, but you don't have to go to the nth detail at this point of how you're going to completely achieve it. The how will come. Right? But you need to know your why and who about your goal. That is more important. Okay. So keep that in mind. And I have my goals set up as well, and working towards it and trying to practice everything that I document. And one of my goals is to do this podcast for the next 1 full year, and that is what I'm trying to do, guys. Right? Again, one thing that comes to my mind is the quote by Wallace Wattles. It is completely registered in my mind. I'd spoken about it in a previous podcast as well, but I'll repeat it here and we'll end the podcast with that. Wallace Wattles, in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, that he wrote in 1911, he said, with thought, the thing you want is brought to you. By action, you receive it. So by thought, the thing is that you want is brought to you. The thing you want is your goal. It's brought to you. By action, you receive it, right? So if you work towards your goal, you put in the effort, get the right help from people, you will achieve your goal, guys. Just stay the course, course correct as required, because that's what you have to do with plans. You have to course correct. Ideally, you have a mentor who's helping you to course correct and leading the way for you. And God willing, you will achieve your goal as you have set it if you keep working on it. Remember, you have unlimited potential. Own it. Until next time, take care.